Greetings. So this time we'll be doing Acts chapter 27, verses 9 through 11. Now when much time was spent, and when sailing was now dangerous, because the fast was now already past, Paul admonished them, and said unto them, Sirs, I perceive that this voyage will be with hurt and much damage, not only of the lading and ship, but also of our lives. Nevertheless, the centurion believed the master and the owner of the ship, more than those things which were spoken by Paul. So, this is a very good passage in the Bible. There's very many passages that are similar to this one that teach the same lesson, and that is have wisdom, basically. You need to listen to the Lord and not always listen to the opinions of others. The advice other people give you, it could be from the Lord, but it could also be from Satan. And that's where wisdom comes into play. That's why you need to be close to the Lord to know what is good and what is bad. Because sometimes bad advice can sound good. But anyway, in this case, if you read the passages later, that's why they got into trouble. Because Paul said, hey, it's dangerous. We don't want to take this ship out. And the centurion is like, no, we're going to listen to the owner of the ship. Let's do it. You know why? Because they're thinking about they're not thinking about safety. They're thinking about time. Like, we need to we need to go. We need to go. We're wasting time here. And that's the problem, is that people get reckless when they get impatient. They get impatient. They want to move ahead. And the Lord says, no, it's not safe. So you have to know, sometimes it's not always about doing the right thing. It's also about doing the right thing at the right time. Sometimes you just have to wait. Sometimes God does want you to do something, just not right now. Like, He wants you to do it later, and you have to wait. So patience is important. So this is what happens when you become reckless. You might get into problems. You might do something wrong. So this is just another one of those cases where they didn't listen to Paul. They didn't listen to good, wise advice. And then they ended up with a problem. They ended up with a shipwreck and, all that. You could read further in Acts 27 and 28 about what actually happened. But, this is what happens when you don't listen to the Lord and you try to do things your own way. You don't listen to good advice and you just kind of run things into the ground. Or when you listen to advice from the wrong people, like Solomon's son did, and ended up with a lot of problems, ended up splitting the kingdom because, he was not a wise king. And unfortunately, you don't just jeopardize your own life and your own way of living and your own comfort. You can ruin your own life. You can also affect the lives of others when you're not doing the right thing. When you make bad decisions, your decisions will trickle down to other people, depending on, your level of authority and, how you're living. You're going to affect yourself, you're going to affect your family, your friends, relatives, potentially even other people as well. That's why it's so important to stay close to the Lord and listen to the Lord. Otherwise, you might make some really bad decisions and, just act recklessly, and your impatience will cause problems. Anyways, it's just a reminder, once again, to stay close to the Lord. See you next time.